good morning to you. Thank you so much. We love you this morning. We thank you for having us. We thank us for having you too. CHIKE, it's the beginning of a new week, the first edition of Press Review on this station, and this program runs from Monday through to Saturday, this time 6:30 till 7:15 weekdays, and of course on Saturday from 6 till 7 o'clock. So my name is DELE, and this morning I'm doing this show with...
My name is CHIKE Obo. Good morning, dear listener. It's time to review the papers this morning. And with me this morning, I have the Nation newspaper, Premium Times, Inside Oyo, The Guardian, and the Daily Trust.
From here, I have the Daily Post newspaper, which I'll be reading from first. Mother of Kebbi student impregnated by terrorist dies of stroke. Also, Twitter post, Nigerians knock Aisha Buhari DSS over Aminu Adamu's arrest. Tension as explosion rocks Ogun. Police allays fair. Force casualty. Atiku vows to block leakages, liberalize oil and gas sector. National Assembly clerk crisis. NASC chair Ahmed Amshi asked to resign or face mass action. Federal government extends Kaduna Abuja train resumption. Federal government targets additional 50 megawatts electricity to Nigeria's off-grid sector. Adeleke freezes Osun State accounts. More headlines from the Daily Post newspaper. Nigeria must look beyond oil. Peter Obi performed groundbreaking ceremony of commercial oil drilling in Niger. Bello begs Buhari. Immigration boss wants corporate bodies to partner government agencies. CBN, Tinubu support group 6 court order against Emefiele. And maybe the last one here, or the last two. NDLEA apprehends Brazil returnee with 4 kg cocaine in Abuja, and Senator Adeleke sworn in as 6th Osun governor, renamed state.
All right, from the Nation newspaper this morning, lead story here, 2023, another attack on INEC office raises concern over polls, with the rider IG orders CPs to take action. Commission seeks probe into attacks on facilities. Now here, Adeleke, I will strengthen security, boost workers' welfare. Tinubu most experienced candidate, says Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade. Azura targets 3,500 megawatt power generation. Morocco's win over Belgium thrills Okocha. And more here. NRC to enforce no NIN, no ticket on Abuja Kaduna. Okay, troops kill 4 bandits. Federal government bans export of raw gold. More here, disquiet in customs service as top officers seek tenure extension. 2 more, suspects held with cocaine in sandals, wet towel. And lastly, 2 persons escaped arrested. Two prison escapees arrested. 2 prison escapees arrested. These are some headlines from the Nation newspaper this morning.
And I take some headlines from the Punch newspaper. Full text, Adeleke's inaugural speech as Osun governor, contained on one of the pages of the Punch newspaper. Saudi-bound trafficker consumes cocaine in sandals. Yesufu knocks Aisha Buhari over Twitter users' arrest. Also, technology crucial to real estate operations. Stakeholders still taking stories from the Punch newspaper. Kumuyi inaugurates Global Academy to mentor youths. More headlines here. IGP orders distribution of weapons for 2023 elections. Hoodlums burn Ebonyi INEC office. 8 directors shortlisted as Accountant General. Atiku, Tinubu's aides clash over APC rally gaffe. And Obasanjo settles Uzodinma. Owakim's rift preaches peace. I took no bank loan, left 14 billion naira. Oyetola. Adeleke reverses Oyetola's appointment, says action malicious. 70% legislators won't return in 2023, says ex-rec. Parks Agency hails Sanwo-Olu for leaders' appointment and protect real estate sector from risks. Regulatory authority. DSS demands 19.6 billion naira for 2023 elections. Schools protection. It's false. 63% Anambra teachers are coppers. Government and Yuletide. NCDC warns of possible COVID-19 infection. Rise. Those are headlines from the Punch newspaper.
Moving off straight to the Premium Times this morning. Court jails man found with 101 PVCs. There's an interesting read here, 2023, how Nigeria's new president will emerge. Some permutations there. Serap, others sue Buhari government over illegal pipelines, oil thefts. INEC office set ablaze in Ebonyi State. Ghana announces plan to buy oil with gold instead of dollars. Profile, Nigeria's newest governor, Ademola Adeleke, and his promises to Osun people. Security forces kill 4 suspected terrorists in Kaduna. Davido spotted in public for first time since son's death. Real reasons fuel scarcity persists across Nigeria. That's coming from the marketers. SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, to promote sensible digital assets, not cryptocurrencies. Nigeria offers artisanal miners up to 100 million naira and 20-year loan. 6 persons die in Anambra cult clash. 6 persons die in Anambra cult crash. More here from the Premium Times. Qatar 2022. Morocco break 24-year jinx with victory over Belgium. And Costa Rica bounce back with victory over Japan. In inaugural speech, Adeleke tackles Oyetola, freezes government account, vows probe. More here from the Premium Times. Wike allies absent, Atiku present as Adeleke sworn in as 6th Osun governor. More stories from the Premium Times. Nigeria establishing plants to refine gold, other minerals. That's coming from an official. 3 dead, 9 injured in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway accident. Why Nigerian government retains workers in non-functional Ajaokuta. That's coming from the minister. And here, the former governor of Osun State, Oyetola, is saying, I improved Osun's economy without borrowing. Lastly, from the Premium Times, teacher arrested for allegedly sexually abusing 4-year-old pupil.
All right, from the Vanguard newspaper now, Hold'em sets Ebonyi INEC office ablaze. New dawn in Osun, Adeleke takes over, freezes state accounts. Bad debts weigh down banks as loan losses rise 25%. While petrol shortage worsens in Lagos, Ogun, others. 4,000 medical doctors to migrate soon. NARD 2023, Atiku Obi attacked Tinubu. Protests loom as e-hailing drivers lament increase in pump price. NGO launches war against corruption in Nigeria. Illegal pipelines, oil theft. Serap drags Buhari to ECOWAS court. We have gotten 3 bidders for 4th mainland bridge projects. Lagos government. Ohaneze shouldn't only endorse Obi but sponsor him to victory as Ife. With Amotekun success, Nigeria must decentralize security architecture. Akeredolu. Economy. Nigerians top guest entertainment in eateries as portions quality reduce.
All right, swiftly, let's move on to the Daily Trust this morning. Family petitions Niger hospital over death of commissioner. NEDC partners United Nations on expansion of oxygen plant in Borno. Finance Ministry denies budget pardon. Anti-money laundering SMEs decry registration hurdles. Anti-money laundering SMEs decry registration hurdles. Borno to spend 1.3 billion naira on biggest cattle market. 2023, APC aspirants lament non-refund of nomination fees. France wants end to discrimination against women. Atiku promises improved funding, support for creative sector. Federal government extends resumption of Abuja Kaduna rail services. Accident kills 3, injures 9 on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Countries must block finances to win fight against terrorism. That's coming from former governor of Osun State, Aregbesola. And more headlines from here, the Daily Trust. We have this one. Kano to begin production of gold jewelry in 2023. That's coming from the federal government. I left 14 billion naira for Adeleke, says ex-governor Oyetola. Your campaign has failed integrity tests. Atiku mocks Tinubu. Okay. Family associates hold memorial lecture in honor of Second Republic Senate leader. Why Nigeria must invest in technology. That's coming from the minister, Isa Pantami. Sultan warns leaders against excessive materialism. And lastly, from here, We have 2023, no major talks with Tinubu Atiku. That's coming from the SDP. Buhari congratulates CCN President-elect Archbishop Onoha. We got 138 cases of gender-based violence in 2022. As core members constitute 63% of teachers in Anambra State. That's coming from the coordinator. Lastly, no assassination attempt on Peter Obi in Ibadan, says the Nigerian Police Force.
We have the time, 20 minutes before 7 o'clock. We go on our first break. When we come back, we'll bring you analysis of the headlines and some other stories we have here. Good morning.
Beat Sakma with Jumia Black Friday. From November 4th till the 30th, you can get access to all those products you've had your eyes on all year at prices that will leave some change in your pocket. You also don't have to pay for delivery fees on thousands of products when you order above 1,999 naira. T's and C's apply. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love.
Àwọn kan bẹ tí ẹni lọ́kàn àti àmà ní akíkanjú ni wọ́n sì máa ń dán nǹkan láwò. Níbo ló máa wà lọ́jọ́ kẹrin oṣù December ọdún yìí? Ǹjọ́ o ti ṣetán fún ìdíje ayárabíàṣá? Ǹjọ́ o ti gbáradì fún àríyá tí kò lẹ́gbẹ́? Gbáradì fún àríyá Fanfaro Autofest tó máa wáyé ní Trans Amusement Park Ìbàdàn lọ́jọ́ kẹrin oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2022. Àríyá yẹn wò ó máa loud gan. Fearless aṣíwájú nínú àwọn energy drink ló ṣàgbátẹrù Fanfaro Autofest. Fearless gba àríyá mọ́ra.
Bring out your biggest ideas in the metaverse. Get creative in augmented reality. Dress up your avatar and turn your art into an NFT. Naija, come flex first in the metaverse with Meta Technologies. Go to meta.com to discover how.
Ẹ̀yin tèmi àtúntì gbèdé o lójú ẹsẹ̀ tó ń gbóná pẹ̀lú ìfilọ́lẹ̀ Glow Festival of Joy.
Ayẹyẹ tó yílẹ̀ ayé yẹn padà látọwọ́ Glow ní.
Gbàgede tó kún fún àwọn ẹ̀bùn jàǹkànjàǹkàn fún jíjẹ.
Ilé ogún tuntun.
Ọkọ̀ mẹ́rìnlélógún tuntun.
Ẹ̀rọ 100 kan tó ń pèsè iná.
Ẹ̀rọ ìrọṣọ 200, ẹ̀rọ afẹ́tẹ́gùn tó ń gbaná sára ẹgbẹ̀rún kan.
Àtàwọn ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ẹgbẹ̀rún ẹ̀bùn tó ká màmá.
Ṣé àti tẹ *611# láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn kó o sì jẹ nínú ìfilọ́lẹ̀ Glow Festival of Joy. Ra dátà tí ó tó ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà 100 náírà lásìkò ìfilọ́lẹ̀ yìí. Ó dẹ̀ lè jẹ̀bú ilé tó o bá dẹ̀ ra ìwé ìpè tàbí dátà láti 105 sí ẹgbẹ̀rún 10 náírà lóṣooṣù lọ́sẹ̀ẹsẹ̀ àbí lójoojúmọ́. Wàá ní àǹfààní àti jẹ ẹ̀bùn ọkọ̀ tuntun ayékálẹ̀ kan pẹ̀lú àwọn ẹ̀bùn tó ká màmá.
Mákàn rẹpẹtẹ kó lọ́nà gẹ̀rẹ̀.
Tẹ *611# ní báyìí láti darapọ̀ kó o dẹ̀ máa jẹ lọ. Ìfilọ́lẹ̀ yìí ń bẹ láti oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2022 títí di oṣù kìíní ọdún 2023. Àdéhùn àti àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ó ń bẹ o.
Unlimited.
Hey, neighbor, I said let me come and check to see if all of you are fine.
Mama Didi, we're doing great. Thank you.
Your husband?
Oh, he's fine.
And you?
Mama Didi, plus my grandfather in the village were fine. What is it?
My dear, the aroma of this jollof rice has been knocking on my door since. I just had
come and eat job.
Introducing the new Onga Jollof Seasoning Powder. It's the new jollof taste maker, made to give your jollof rice that rich jollof taste and aroma that's really hard to resist.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Christ Mercy International Church presents 21 days powerful revival. Níbi tí Ọlọ́run ti ṣetán láti lo àwọn òjíṣẹ́ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àkórí tọdún yìí. Igi gbígbẹ́ léyìí. Ògì gbígbẹ́nu ayé wa ni ó yè láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tí yóò sì máa wáyé ní gbogbo aago 5 di aago 8 àṣálẹ́ ọjọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 1st of December to 21st of December nínú ọdún tá a wà yìí. Prophet Mayowa Moses Fèyíjì àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run bíi Prophet Olúfẹ́mi Òní, Prophet Paul Adémodì, Apostle Olúwaṣẹ́gun Olúwaṣọgbọ́n, Prophet Adésọjí Ọ̀nàbánjọ, Apostle Elijah Olúṣọlá, Prophet Augustine Ogena, Prophet Paul Àrólé Jésù, Prophet Ṣẹ́gun George, Prophet Samuel Olúdáre, tó fi mọ́ Prophet Isaac Jàyíọlá, pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ olórin ẹ̀mí bíi Akíntúndé Ìlàjà Ọlọ́run ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, Ẹnìtàn Olúṣẹ́gun Bámidélé EOB, Bọ́sẹ̀ Super àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Gbogbo nínú gbọ̀ngàn àjọ wa tó wà ní number 35 Adámọ̀lẹ́kọ̀ Street beside Butterlight Bread, Ìmọ̀lẹ́ Fálẹ́ lálàáfíà òkè àdó ń bàdàn. 08077309381 jésù dúdì yóò ṣàlọ.
ó tó. ṣé mo ṣe dáadáa?
ìyá mi ẹ ṣe dáadáa èmi náà fẹ́ di eléré orí ìtàgé bíi ti yín.
ọmọ mi ní ẹ̀bùn ọpọlọ torí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe máa ń tì lẹ́yìn nípa mímú lọ wo àpéjọ àwọn òṣèré.
ọmọ yín gbìyànjú.
mo máa ń ràn lọ́wọ́ lórí àkọ́wò rẹ̀.
ẹ forí balẹ̀ fún ìdá mi.
ò káre Twisco ni mo máa ń fún un kára ẹ̀ lè jí pépé.
Màámi, wọ́n ti mú mi fẹ́rẹ́ náà.
àsìkò tèmi náà rèé láti fi yangàn fún àwọn ọmọ rẹ ní Twisco láti ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn èròǹgbà wọn. Twisco fún un lágbára láti mérò ọkàn rẹ̀ ṣẹ.
Better don land o! Close Up toothpaste don carry the senior brother of Awoof enter town. When you buy 140 grams Close Up, you go get free 25 grams Close Up complete fresh protection with no extra cost. That is to say, for every 140 grams Close Up red toothpaste wey you buy, free 25 grams Close Up complete fresh protection dey there for you. Make una rush am as e dey hot before e finish. Close Up, stay fresh and protected.
Leadway Pension PFA.
Hey, that's my jam.
Let me tell you something. There comes a time in your life when you go walk,
come retire.
No more salary, but you're meant to live
happily for the rest of my life.
Sit back and relax.
It's the goal. No shaking. My future is bright.
The time is now to secure your future, to switch to the Pensure side, to choose a future that allows you to be in the moment and relax. Live your best life now. Switch to Leadway Pensure PFA today and enjoy competitive advantages like access of up to 25% of your RSA balance as equity contribution towards your mortgage. Leadway Pensure PFA. Your future, our passion.
32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. It's 32 FM 949 Ibadan. Welcome, and the program is Breakdown Newspaper Review. In case you're just joining us, my name is DELE Adeyanju once again.
And I am CHIKE Obogo.
We have Austin Idumu joining us in the studio this morning.
Good morning, DELE. And CHIKE, good morning.
Good morning, Austin. Okay, let me start with this story. We have a fresh governor in Nigeria, and that's Governor Adeleke, Demola Adeleke, what you call the dancing. He used to be the dancing senator, right?
Yes.
He's still the same person.
Maybe he'll still be the dancing governor. All right, there's this story here from the Nation newspaper. It says, Adeleke is sworn in as Osun's sixth governor, reiterates 5-point agenda. A new chapter opened yesterday in Osun State following the swearing-in of Senator Ademola Jackson Adeleke as governor. He promised to strengthen security and boost the welfare of workers in the state of Living Spring. Shortly after taking his oath of office, Adeleke dropped former Governor Rauf Aregbesol's government slogan, State of Osun and Land of Virtue. And he also promised to review the appointments made by former Governor Gboyega Oyetola, particularly those of permanent secretaries. Oyetola, who is still protesting Ademola's victory at the tribunal, said he left 14 billion naira in the state coffers, adding that he had also paid 97 billion naira inherited debt. And it goes on and on and on. Adeleke, brand new governor of Osun State.
Yes, brand new governor of Osun State. He was inaugurated yesterday. There is huge expectation gap. A lot is expected from the new governor in Osun State. Let's hope that he will, first of all, hit the ground running, which I think he has started because he made about 3 strategic appointments just yesterday. Let's also believe that at the end of the day, we'll be able to meet the desires of the people, because from all indication, even in 2018 and even in 2022, it really shows that the people of Osun State, they wanted them for a number of factors. Now he has taken over. Of course, the State of Osun's slogan, Aregbesola brought that up in 2011. You discovered that when he was still in office in 2017, a valid court judgment nullified that it was illegal, it was unconstitutional. Of course, he refused to do anything about it. Yes, to obey that particular court order, so that the governor is coming. Because at that time, when we begin to hear the state of Osun, you begin to wonder, is it the same Osun state or another Osun somewhere? So it is good. Whatever area, I am of the opinion that some of the draconian policies of Aregbesola that even Oyetola didn't even touch, I believe that Adeleke will touch them.
Oyetola tried to touch some of them.
Yes,
like the reversal of the
uniform stuff, this appellation in the school system, tutor general, instructor general, all of this stuff. He tried to work around some of this area. I believe so strongly that Adeleke, as the new governor, will also smash all of this.
Money will go into all these changes, like reversal of a lot of logos.
Yes, seal and what have you. That is why when we find ourselves in government, we must think of the days ahead, which is the future, not even in the immediate. Whatever you do, you spend money. If you want to undo them, you also spend huge amount of money to undo them again. He talked about the permanent secretary that they were newly appointed. Between you and I, we knew that would not stand the test of time. 48 hours to the expiration of your term. Of course, some people will believe that. Some people believe, we also believe, that you hold office till the last minute you leave the government. The last minute you leave the office. But not in a way of setting booby trap for the incoming administration. It is not good enough. This is what politicians must learn. Adeleke is talking today. I hope he will not also do the same thing in the case of, especially when opposition is the one that is taking over.
Now
so politicians must be very careful.
That is going to likely reverse most of the policies that Oyetola.
In fact, he says all of
them since the day he lost.
He lost the election. Yeah. See, there is this bad faith policy program that those in government they always put in place. When you lose an election, what you should do majorly is transition, complete your ongoing projects, inaugurate them, because you might still need the people anytime in the future. But you lost the election. You came up with a local government election that you couldn't do for like 3 years in office or more. Then you came up with the appointment of Oba, awarding of Obaship to people, minute 48 hours to the expiration of the tenure. Some of these beneficiaries of some of this policy, they knew in their own heart that some of this policy will not stand the test of time. So the governor will do that.
What about the University of Ilesha University?
Ilesha University, well, the new governor will take time to also look at that. Like we said, there are areas where the people benefited, not individual. Areas where the people benefited because the people voted for you. You said you will serve the people, so you must be careful not to run against the people. So it will take time in office. There are some appointments that individuals are beneficiary. I support them wholeheartedly if he decide to let some of these appointments go, especially those that have been done after he lost the election and let's say 48 hours to the expiration of his tenure.
Austin, quickly, before we round off on the Osun State issue, he says he's going to reverse all policies made by the past governor, Oyetola. However, this calls for concern. The pact that was signed by the governor of Oyo State and the governor of Osun State on the Iwo Road construction, the Iwo Oshogbo Road, do you think, quashing that would be of good to him?
That is about the people. Let's look at it this way. If he says he's going to reverse all the policy, it could be like a slip of tongue. But what I interpret that to mean is that all the policies put in place, especially after losing that election, when you know that you are going, what you are supposed to do is to put finishing touches to all that you have been doing, prepare your handing over note, and live in good faith.
The MOU too was signed after he lost the elections too.
Of course, the MOU was signed, but there have been conversation around it all along.
Yes.
It was when they actually took action.
Because when you look at it politically, you find out that Ademola Adeleke, Governor Adeleke, is in the Atiku camp, and Governor Seyi Makinde is on the other camp. So when you look at it politically, vis-a-vis these issues in the PDP, do you think he will be making any drastic decision?
Yes, we said this earlier. If Seyi Makinde is able to get a second time in office, he will fix that section of Oyo State. So let the whole world now know that after signing that agreement, it is now the new governor of Osun State that refused to fix the session. Look at the issue of LAUTECH, for example. It's a people's-oriented decision. we can't fault Oyetola in all of the things he did in office, but he actually did some things in bad faith, especially after losing that election. He also, let me quickly talk about this before we leave, about leaving 14 billion naira in the coffer. That should be also be confirmed. If actually he didn't borrow and he left 14 billion naira, he should be commended.
But citizens of Osun State are saying that he didn't pay salary up to date.
See, the issue of salary is not a major issue in Osun State during Oyetola. You understand? Unlike the time of Aregbesola. I'm not saying he may have paid everything. It was not a major issue unlike the time of Aregbesola. You understand? Which means that he was trying to offset them. Look at, he said he paid 97 billion out of the total debt he made. So my view is that if all of these claims are investigated and indeed for 4 years he didn't borrow, he will offset debt to the tune of 97 billion. At the end of the day, left 14 billion in the coffers of the state. I think we can give that to him as a big plus. However, it is not all incoming government or new administration, especially on the side of the opposition, that will tell you that they met anything in cover. After all, President Muhammadu Buhari said he didn't meet anything in the covers of the federal government. And after 2 weeks in office, he had to give bailout to state. Where did he get the money from? Governor Seyi Makinde said the state was bankrupt when he came in. Less than 24 hours when he assumed office, when he was sworn in, he gave order that salary be paid. Did he bring the money from his house? So it's always a political gimmick for opposition to take over and say they didn't meet anything. So let this claim be verified. If actually this is the true position, I think we can give that to
somebody mentioned something about decorum, but I don't want us to overflog our Deleke's issue. Deleke, decorum in terms of dancing here and there. No, there is something about governors. You don't go about dancing.
It doesn't matter. The people of Osun State saw him as a dancing senator before they voted for him.
I don't want to overflog that. Why petrol shortage worsens in Lagos, Ogun, and some other states? There were indications weekend that the prolonged petrol shortage in Lagos, Ogun, and environs is worsened by illegal practices, especially arbitrary pricing and diversion to unauthorized locations. And some other reports, as well, NNPC said, when eventually there is removal of subsidy, we are likely to pay around 400 naira thereabouts.
If we are paying 400 naira and they have the political will, let them remove the subsidy. People are buying for as high as 250. That's the issue. You shouldn't punish us because we say you should not remove subsidy. We are always saying that there's nothing on ground. For you to remove subsidy in a rental economy like Nigeria, we have to get to a level where we have to refine locally. That is all we are talking about. That economically speaking does not really make sense. You talked about the PDP 16 years in office. They couldn't make a refinery work. You said you will be the game changer. You came. You are almost spending 8 years. You have not also made the refineries work. Look at the situation in 2012 and now. The government at that time increased to, I think, 126 naira, and we hit the street. Now, people buy arbitrarily, every price. Marketers fix their price. The issue of diversion that they talked about is real, because I know of marketers that do outright sales. And when you do outright sales, it's as good as diversion. Because if a product is supposed to be sold there, because you look at the logistics, you also have to burn diesel to be able to power your station and dispense to members of the public. You can decide to do outright sale and close your station. So most of the time, that is what is happening. The question a lot of people are asking is that you are buying for exorbitant price, and we still have a situation where not all the stations are working, and where you have those who are still selling at control price, like 185, you see a long queue in their area. So government should just look for a way to resolve this. We know that subsidy payment is no longer sustainable. We know that dispensing at the official pump price is no longer sustainable. But what is in need for the common man? If you are still regulating the market, you should regulate effectively and let us know where we are going to. You can't claim to be paying trillions, excess of 4 trillion in subsidy, and you make Nigerians to go through this pain.
Will a change in government fix this permanently?
Well, a change in government, my view about the incoming government is that once they get to office, let them remove the subsidy. You understand? Subsidy is a danger waiting to happen at any point in time. Anytime it is removed, people will feel the pain. It has not been removed now. People are feeling the pain. So let a brand new government that will emerge in 2015 look at the management of the downstream petroleum sector very critically. remove subsidy. That was what the Kenyan government did. Immediately he got into office, he removed subsidy. We are going to be in the pain together. Let's say in another 365 days, the government will be able to put measures in place to mitigate that. If we are not going to have that, because if we continue to play the politics of subsidy, if we remove it, then we divert that trillions to other productive sector of the economy, critical sector of the economy, like the health, education, in terms of proper funding. If we are able to do that and people can see, of course we cope with it. Well, it is barbaric and does not really make sense any longer for you to say that you pay subsidy and we still buy for over 200 naira. It does not make any economic sense. That's the truth of the matter.
It doesn't also make any financial sense.
Of course,
too.
that's
well,
the truth.
We'll go on this break, and when we come back, the burning of INEC offices across the country is becoming one too many. We'll discuss that after this break. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Oto. Ṣé mo ṣe dáadáa?
Ìyá mi ẹ ṣe dáadáa. Èmi náà fẹ́ di eléré orí ìtàgé bíi ti yín.
Ọmọ mi ní ẹ̀bùn ọpọlọ. Torí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe máa ń tì lẹ́yìn nípa mímú lọ wo àpéjọ àwọn òṣèré.
Ọmọ yín gbìyànjú.
Mo máa ń ràn lọ́wọ́ lórí àkọ́wò rẹ̀.
Ẹ forí balẹ̀ fún ìdá mi.
Òkàrè Twisco ni mo máa ń fún un. Kára ẹ̀ lè jí pépé.
Màámi, wọ́n ti mú mi fẹ́rẹ́ náà.
Àsìkò tèmi náà rèé láti fi yangàn fún àwọn ọmọ rẹ ní Twisco láti ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn èròǹgbà wọn. Twisco fún un lágbára láti mérò ọkàn rẹ̀ ṣẹ.
Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited ń ṣàjọ̀dún ọdún méjì. Gbẹ̀dẹ̀mukẹ́ promo la fi ṣe láti sìn títí dé parí ọdún. Olóko ògbówó ní Treasure Land Estate Lálàbàtà Abẹ́òkúta 100,000 naira péré ni. Greenland Estate Lálàbàtà yìí kan náà 200,000 naira péré nìyẹn. Achievers Estate Nídò Ìbàdàn ó ti di 450 báyìí. Kings Park Estate ní Mọ́níyà 1 million naira péré ni. Bákan náà látúnilẹ̀ ní Rehoboth Park and Garden Lélẹ́kùrú Mọ́níyà Sun City Estate Alábàtà Mọ́níyà. Lásìkò àjọ̀dún ọdún méjì àti Ember promo yìí ẹ wá kọ́fà tó lé ńlẹ̀ 100 blọọkù ń bẹ lẹ́sẹ̀pẹ́ fún gbogbo ń bá tó bá ṣe tá àti kọ́lé. Ẹ̀bùn ọdún ti kúnlẹ̀ falafala ráìsì ẹran òróró àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Èrò bá mi ká lọ sí Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited beside Aremu Block Industry opposite IITA Mọ́níyà Ìbàdàn tàbí second floor Osana House adjacent Mao filling station Ọlọ́runṣògo Road Abẹ́òkúta. 0901-697-4421 tàbí 081-3871-4860. Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited. Asọdún ayọ̀.
Hey, neighbor, I said let me come and check to see if all of you are fine.
Mama Didi, we're doing great. Thank you.
Your husband?
Oh, he's fine.
And you?
Mama Didi, plus my grandfather in the village were fine. What is it?
My dear, the aroma of this jollof rice has been knocking on my door since I just had
come and eat job.
Producing the new Onga Jollof Seasoning Powder. It's the new Jollof Taste Maker, made to give your jollof rice that rich jollof taste and aroma that's really hard to resist.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Chase my dreams, to become who I wanna be. Add my flavor to my life and make it truly mine. Mama door, tasty food and nutrition, cooking oil, spread and seasoning. Explore your flavor with Mama door.
Mama door, explore your flavor.
When I finish downloading this show like this, I will go straight to Tayo's house to eat sweet jollof. Then enjoy this movie on YouTube. It's just that Tayo will now start disturbing me to turn on my Wi-Fi for him when he can easily enjoy data bonus with MTN for me. With MTN for me, you will get 100% data bonus and discounted data bundles just like that. What are you waiting for? Dial *121# to get started with MTN for me.
Everybody won't connect to something greater. Connect to the moment, the winning goal, to history. Unofi do now. Watch the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 on Showmax Pro. Oh yeah now. Stream all 64 matches of the World Cup live from Super Sport on Showmax. Experience every game, anywhere, on up to 2 devices. It is available in HD and 4K also. Sign up now at showmax.com.
Bring out your biggest ideas in the metaverse. Get creative in augmented reality. Dress up your avatar and turn your art into an NFT. Naija, come flex first in the metaverse with Meta Technologies. Go to meta.com to discover how.
Ìsọjí iṣẹ́ agbára Ọlọ́run ọlọ́jọ́ mẹ́sàn-án tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Adámímógó Global Convention ọjọ́ ayọ̀ ti 2022. Nínú pàgọ́ ìlà tó ti máa dẹ́díkéètì ẹ̀. Adámímógó Jesus City. Ọlọ́run tó pe wòlíì Sáàmù Olúwalú Adámímógó. Ó fẹ́ tú gbogbo èèyàn lẹ́nu convention eléyìí. Pẹ̀lú àkòrí Absolute Deliverance. Ọjọ́ Friday gẹ́gẹ́ November 25. This Sunday 4th December. Ní Ọlọ́run Ayọ̀ Babalọ́lá ti máa tú àwọn èèyàn sílẹ̀. Nípasẹ̀ ìpè ọ̀pọ̀ wòlíì májẹ̀mú. Àwọn olórí ẹ̀mí Bísí Aláwìyé Àlùkò, Bùkọ́lá Akí Adéṣẹ́wọlé Jésù, Esther Ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé, Ìlàjà Akétúndé Ọlọ́run Sọ́bẹ̀, Adéyínká Aláṣeyọrí, Pásítọ̀ Ẹ̀fọ́ Ládélé CAC President, Wòlíì Sáàmù Olúwalú Adámímógó, wọ́n á máa pàṣẹ ìtúsílẹ̀. Àǹfààní one-on-one counseling tó máa wà látọjọ́ Friday 25 di Sunday 4th December ní Adámímógó Jesus City, Ìbẹ̀jùlẹ́kì Ẹ̀pẹ́ Expressway, Ìlàmìjà Village, Aláró City nílùú Èkó.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, welcome back. Still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on this dial, 32 FM 94.9. The phone lines will be open shortly. In case you're a first-time listener, the numbers to call is 070-5000-949 and 0809-7000-949. I'll take messages from our Facebook page shortly after this story here. Another attack on INEC office raises concern over polls, and the IG has ordered CPs to take action. Another attack on the Independent National Electoral Commission office yesterday in Ebonyi State has raised fresh concerns over the safe conduct of next year's general elections. And we should also be concerned too. Austin,
yes,
it is becoming worrisome.
We should also be concerned. I think it's alarming. It's also very disturbing that INEC offices, these are materials and items that has already been put in place for the coming election. The election is officially less than, I think, 3 months now, if you calculate it. Then we still have a situation where sensitive items of INEC are being burnt. IGP has always given this indication. But how do we deal with the situation? That's the truth. It is not just to come out and do a reactionary response. What we should be concerned with is how do we put measures in place that these offices will not even be attacked at all. We have had series of assaults on INEC offices across the nation, especially in the eastern part of the country. I think what they enjoy most in that part of the country is to see public facility being destroyed, being set on fire. And at the end of the day, all of this will not do us good because we have people that work there. We have people that their life depend on these public facilities to be able to carry out their functions. So apart from lip service, apart from mere declarative statement by fiat, let the government be on ground. The security operative should be readily available, well equipped to nip some of these actions in the bud. It does not really make sense that we are working towards election. Hello. This office will also supervise election in that area.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Balkis,
all right, Balkis.
Regarding the running of INEC offices, to me it appears like a calculated move by some political marauders. And I think it's about like the federal government did something about it. Perhaps maybe firefighting trucks and security operatives beside each INEC office, so that we can avert a repeat of where it has happened in those states. Meanwhile, the NPS in Oyo State should take Makibi's word seriously by alleging some people that they might burn down the INEC office in Oyo State. We don't want that INEC hack in the state. Good morning.
All right, good morning. On Facebook, we have also Francis Namani. Okay, you're watching us live from Enugu State. We also have, Babatunde. Congratulations to the new dancing governor. Let him hit the ground running to make Oshun better. Let the state experience new governance in the state. Governance is more than dancing. Those that merited the appointment should be left alone, while those, it says, while those politically motivated should be reversed. That's coming from Okediran Babatunde. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
It is not only security people that should help us guide the INEC officers. We, the people that the offices are located, we should help Nigeria. This thing is too much. Why burn the INEC office? It is very sad. We in Nigeria, we are doing ourselves bad things. The top government is the one causing problem for us. People should help us guide the INEC office in their respective area. Have a nice time.
All right, thank you for calling there. Omotayo Oluwarotimi Onobamiro is saying that statecraft involves people and government making plans ahead. And he said why new leaders usually change policies, former leaders, policies of former leaders is because we do not make plans ahead and we might also not be thinking about the future. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Jide. I'm calling from Calabar.
All right,
and,
quickly.
Yes, your analyst talked about the subsidy removal by the next government, which all of us know that any government that will come in will remove subsidy in this country. We cannot do anything about removing the subsidy because I think it's not normal. I mean, it's crazy. But one thing is, it's going to happen. But how are you going to remove subsidy? I've said it on this program before. Are you going to really listen in bit? Or this is the question we should be asking the three major presidential plans. But nobody is asking these questions. The waterway bills, we're supposed to be asking them, are you going to sign this into law? But they are not asking these questions. They are just dancing at their back. So we don't know. But how are you going to remove this subsidy? That's what we should be asking them. So thank you.
All right, thank you for calling.
All right, Prof. For KD Babatunde, right, fuel is available only if you are ready to buy between 250 and 350 per litre. The government is preparing Nigerians for next year increase officially. They are going to leave Nigeria better than they met it. Our refineries are now working while diversion to neighboring countries is on the increase. Let them remove subsidy to reflect the true cost. We are in the country together. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Caleb Alabi from Malaki Road.
Go ahead.
I just want to comment on the Association of Farmers in Nigeria. They said it's a shame for Nigeria to have accept a 112 tons of Mexico wheat from 1 ton Ukraine. When we have abundant resources in this country, that can cater for us. That's why this place with severe war in Ukraine. They still have abundance to eat, and then they still send it to us. A nation that cannot feed himself is just what can I call it? It's like a slave in its own country. I want to congratulate the new governor of Osun State, and I wish him best of luck. He should not forget the electoral promises to his people. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you for calling. Sulaiman Sharif on Facebook says, on fuel scarcity, the market said the dollar is affecting PMS purchase, something you were buying for about $15 per ton when the dollar was about 440 to 450, but currently the dollar is about 750 to 800. Definitely the price of the product will increase. APC-led administration has no business in government. They are bereft of ideas and too corrupt to be trusted with governance. That's coming from Sulaiman Sharif. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
It's Ola from Ewolo.
All right, quickly.
Thank you. I'm the Osun State governor that left some billions in the cover of the state government. The 30 months modulated salary, they are still there, not paid. He even hold 4 months compulsory deduction of completeness. You can check out. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's what we will try to verify. 0705 50949.
You said something about water the other time. That's sachet water. The
over the weekend, the story came out. Even the Association of Table Water Producers came out to say that henceforth a bag of sachet water will be going for a minimum of 300 naira. So apparently from the factory it's 300, and so those people selling on the street will be selling as much as 400, 450.
Yes.
So what's the fate of the common man?
Yes, there's no fate for the common man in this economy. The government has not really designed the economy for the common man. There's nothing absolutely in need for the common man, because the policies and program of government is impoverishing the people on a daily basis. It's as a result of the cost of production. It is what you produce that you will sell. So there's nothing, you can't even wear pay. We are talking about pure water. There are other small businesses that will collapse in the country. If you have a hike in interest rate to about 16.5%, how do we cope with that in terms of cost of production? That's the truth. So it's becoming increasingly difficult for businessmen to access facility to run their businesses. And most of these businesses run on loan facility. And if you can't get that, what do? You shut down production, lay off staff, everybody goes back to the street, people become poorer than they were.
Somebody said in the news today that those people traveling abroad are suffering from misplaced priorities. Do you agree with that?
I don't absolutely agree. Nobody should advise any other person on traveling abroad. Let everybody take their decision. That's just the truth.
It's a matter of choice.
Yes.
Thank you for featuring on the Break of Dawn newspaper review this morning, Austin Ntumo.
Thank you.
All right, dear listener, wishing you a very positive week ahead. My name is CHIKE Obogo.
My name is DELE Adenyoju. Thank you for your time with us. Good morning.